What is going on, everybody? Welcome back, Dudes Who Bet Daily, March 25th, 2023. Happy birthday, Mom. It's her birthday today, so got to give her a shout out, even though she doesn't watch the show either. But you guys, you guys got to do it. All right, we're going to start out talking a little bit about Dubai. We just saw Equinix absolutely roll. All of us wildly impressed. Supposed to be one of the best grass horses in the world. Definitely looked like it today, Aaron.
Yep, for sure. Another big day on the international scene and another big day for the Japanese runners. That one was super impressive. You had big-time horses that just couldn't make up any ground on that horse whatsoever. Of course, they win the UAE Derby as well, and kind of makes you think, could they come over to Kentucky and actually do it this year? Maybe. So another big day for the Japanese runners.
Magic, I would say the tweets have started about how Japan is going to win a Kentucky Derby, and Derme Sotogati was definitely Sotogati, okay, whatever, was definitely one of those horses that's going to make some noise. Looked really impressive on the front end. Never really asked the whole race. Now, kind of speed favoring track. We saw this before, but do you think this horse is for real?
I think that it is a fantastic idea that the UAE Derby winner comes over, gets a lot of attention every year, because you know what happens every year? Love it. Bring it on. Bring that horse over. He's going to suck so bad. Calling it now. Everybody's got their wise guy horse. It's Derma Sotogaki. Oh, it's the Japanese. They're doing so great. You know what? No, this is still our race, damn it. It's still America's race. The Japanese horses just don't screw up the pace this time. That's all I'm asking you to do.
I mean, that's the key. Don't screw up the pace, right? That's really what we're all about here. Let's just have a calm 23-47 opening half so that we can actually see who the best horse is versus going balls to the wall early and seeing what happens. Papa Dude, that was a brutal beat last night. They scored 9 points in the final minute of your game. Absolutely unbelievable.
Well, how about the three-pointer they made at the end of the first half that they banked it in? I told my wife, I said, I'm going to bed. That's it. Bank that in. That'll beat me right there. Yeah, did you see that? They banked it in from half court at halftime.
Yep.
Gave them 3 more. 6 for 9 from 3 in the second half. Not great when you're playing an under. Anywho, let's jump into today's games. We've got 2 of them on the slate in the college basketball world. Florida Atlantic tries to continue the Cinderella story, your highest seed remaining as a 9, taking on Kansas State for a berth to the Final Four. K-State laying 2, total sitting at 144. Papa Dude, we'll start with you. I know you're a big Owls fan here. You're going to keep riding them?
No. I can't keep riding them, but I'm rooting for them kind of, sort of. They're involved in my best bet, though, so I can't really root for them. But, yeah, I think Kansas State should be favored more than that. However, we do have an injury issue. We don't know how the ankle will be for Noel on Kansas State. If he's injured, that really evens this game up. Isn't this funny? And I'm going to keep harping on this, and no one's listening, but that's all right. Here's a team in the Elite Eight that's only a 2-point underdog that wouldn't have made the tournament if they didn't win the conference championship.
Well, I'm not sure that's true because they they got a 9. And if you look at the other teams, like Charleston gets a 12, essentially the highest rated team to win their tournament, not getting that large.
But if you looked at bracketology, they got a 9, but had they not won the conference tournament, they would not have gotten in. That makes no sense. Are we seeing that perhaps these good teams in these lesser conferences are pretty damn good? I think we're seeing that, don't you? I mean, Princeton looked pretty good last night. I mean, Creighton had to play good to beat them. You know, they shot well. You got San Diego State. I mean, who's better than they are right now? They're playing great. You know,
they played awesome. They did. They just shut down Alabama around
the rim. They did.
It seemed like they could do anything in there, and the refs definitely let them play there, which I think favored San Diego State a little bit. But man, they looked phenomenal, and they made just enough shots. That was the key, right? They were able to just enough points to be able to get it going, and they responded to Alabama's run very well because Bama got up 9 in the second half. They took a timeout and came out of that timeout with a 12-0 run, which is exactly what I did not think they would be able to do against Bama, is put up a 12-0 type run. And flip that game there. Aaron, FAU, Kansas State. Who do you like here?
Kansas State. And listen, Papa Dude didn't ride with Florida Atlantic at all last time, so I don't want to hear the big fanboy. I rode with Florida Atlantic last time.
You did.
Not you, me. So, but it's done today. Listen, Florida Atlantic won the last game because Tennessee was one of the worst Sweet 16 teams ever. And really, Florida Atlantic didn't play very well and still won that game. They're going to have to play exceptionally well to beat Kansas State if Kansas State shows up and plays how they've been playing. I like the Wildcats today. I think they get it done. And you want to talk about a team that has a coach that is a modern coach. He went out, he got to the transfer portal, he got players, and everybody needs to look at this. It's never been easier to get players in college athletics right now. They got to model what this guy has done at Kansas State. He went out and got players. They're in the Elite Eight. They should be in the Final Four after today. I like the Wildcats to win this one big tonight.
I'm surprised Dr. Tang here on FAU, his cousin coaching there at Kansas State. They
Nice.
Wow.
That was really good.
Thank you. I've been saving that one. You mentioned a great job. He went to the transfer portal, was able to bring a bunch of players here. He was an assistant at Baylor under Scott Drew for like 19 years, something crazy like that. Finally gets a chance here at Kansas State. It's awesome to see him to be able to get the job done now. Noel's health is the key here. I mean, he was phenomenal last game. 20 points, 19 assists, carried Kansas State past Michigan State. If he's healthy, I like Kansas State here. If not, this is going to be a tough game. Magic, what do you like here?
Yeah, I'm with you. K-State, you guys kind of wrapped up all the points pretty precisely there. And yeah, Pedlo's right. Tang going down.
Well, one would go down and the other would win, right?
That's right.
Doctor would go down, coach would move on. So there we go. All right, let's take a look here at UConn -2.5 taking on Gonzaga. Total sitting at 153.5. One of the higher totals here from this tournament. Magic, we'll start with you. Who do you like in this spot?
Gonzaga Bulldogs. Listen, Bulldogs and Huskies, it's going to be a classic dogfight on the court there, but I really think Gonzaga is going to have enough to get the job done. I'm with Dennis Trusty here in the chat, cheering for K-State and Gonzaga Bulldogs.
Aaron, how you doing up there, man? You seem to make some cringe faces here.
It's been a wild and wacky show already today, so we'll see if we can keep it going. Look, I've got a buddy that went out there to watch Arkansas play, and he is promising me UConn. UConn huge. There's no way they can be beat. They're the best team in the country. They beat Arkansas, whatever. I'll give me Gonzaga. Give me Gonzaga to beat UConn today. I'm not buying into that UConn hype. I think it'll be a great game, but give me Gonzaga.
Gonzaga, baby. They're going to win. This is a home game for Gonzaga. Essentially playing in Las Vegas. That is Spokane South down there. So you're going to see a ton of Gonzaga fans in that building. I agree. I think they get the job done today. I'll take them on the money line. Papa Dude, who you got?
Well, a lot of people are thinking this is Gonzaga's year because not much was expected of them this year. So they don't have the pressure on them that they usually do. But you get to this game, there's pressure no matter what. I agree. Are they going to let Tim A just walk all over the place like they did the other night? The guy can take 9 steps, 10 steps, doesn't matter. That one layup he made, my God, he walked out. He was all over the lane and everywhere else. And anyway, I'm rooting for Gonzaga. I'd like to see him win it. I'm not a UConn guy. I'm going Gonzaga as well.
All right, we got a lot of Gonzaga love here. All right, let's head over to the NBA. Bucks heading in to take on the Nuggets, laying 3, total sitting at 136.5. Two teams trying to find their swagger right now heading into the playoffs. Magic, who do you like?
I like the Bucks here. They're actually a very strong road team, 23-13 on the road, and both teams are great at home. But when you got a team like the Bucks that are doing strong, playing strong, and they have a very strong road record, give me the Bucks here. I like them as a full-on upset.
Papa Dude?
I'm going to go with Magic again. I like the Bucks as well. I'm not high on the Nuggets. These are kind of games that they need to win these games, to prove they belong with the Bucks and the Celtics and some of those better teams. They don't usually do it. I'm going to go the Bucks as well if Milwaukee's ready to go tonight. So Bucks all the way.
Interesting MVP game here, Aaron. You've got Giannis, who's currently 3rd in the market. Jokic currently 2nd in the market, taking on each other in Denver. What do you like here?
Nuggets. Big.
Good pick. Nuggets, big. At home, baby. Let's get it
We'll
done.
get them, Magic. We'll get them.
Okay.
Power bottoms.
All right, 76ers have Joel Embiid, who's currently your favorite to win the MVP, minus 200. Taking on the Suns, also here on the West Coast. Suns laying 2 at home, total sitting at 225 in this spot. Still no KD. Aaron, who do you like?
Suns win this one for KD. He's going to be back in the next this coming week, I think. I saw Wednesday maybe or something, but they're going to get it going early. Suns will beat the 76ers today.
Not so fast, my friend. Sixers, big. This is a good spot for them. I like the fact the Suns gave up a lot to get KD, specifically wing defense and wing scoring. Without him, it makes them a lot weaker. Give me the 76ers. I'll take the 2. Magic. Tell Aaron why he's wrong.
Aaron, you're wrong because the 76ers are 43-30 against the spread, and the Suns are also missing DeAndre Ayton. I think he's not supposed to play tonight, and even if he does, he's not going to be close to 100%. They're hurting for Durant. They need him back. They're missing him. They're going to cry about it all game long and lose to the 76ers.
Papa Dude?
Let's go 3 against 1. I'm going 76ers as well. I'm not high on the Suns at all at this point. They need it bad, the Suns do. But I'm going Sixers over the Suns tonight.
Aaron taking notes up there for when this game goes down tomorrow. All right, let's head out to the NHL. Maple Leafs going in to take on the Carolina Hurricanes. Minus 140 for the Canes. Total sitting at 6. This is one of like 4 totals I'm going to end up playing in the NHL here. Give me the under here in Maple Leafs Canes. They play to the under at home. I think this is going to be a tight checking playoff style game. So I'll take under 6 here. Aaron, who do you like?
Good game tonight, right? This is a really good one. I went back and forth on this. I'll take the Hurricanes tonight. I will go over the 6. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I'm going to go Hurricanes over.
Aaron and I are going to need some counseling after the show, how many times we're going against each other. Magic, what do you like?
I got you, Boo. I got you. Listen, it's going to be the under. I also think the Maple Leafs can win this one. The under in the last 10 times these teams have played in Carolina, the under is 8-2. Toronto has won the last 4 times these teams have played. I'm with Mike. I think it's a close, tight checking game, and I think that the Maple Leafs come out on top.
If you want to sprinkle under first period, don't hate that. Carolina, the best team at home, positive ROI-wise, first period unders so far this season. Papa Dude, who do you like?
I think I took Toronto in this game tonight. I think they're going to go in there and make a statement. I'm going the Maple Leafs, and I'm with Aaron. I'll go over.
Ooh, there we go. Halterman's on the over. Magic Mike Show on the under. Race of the day. Let's head to Turfway Park, baby. We've got the Jeff Ruby Stakes here. Kentucky Derby Prep, full field. Interesting race here. Congruent wins the prep for this spot, but Major Dude ships in, who has dominated him on turf. Now we're on synthetic. 2 Phils also coming in, deciding to give up on the Louisiana Derby Trail. Aaron, who do you like here?
This is a fun race. I don't know if we have a Derby contender in this race, but this is a very fun race. I'm excited for this one. Look, I think there's a ton of pace in this. I think it sets up extremely well for Major Dude. I thought it was a great sign that Irad Ortiz Jr. comes here. If you remember, Gulfstream came out and we're like, well, there's no Irad. He's going to be at Fairgrounds. Fairgrounds came out and it's like, well, he's not there. Maybe he's in Dubai. Dubai came out. He's not there because he's at Turfway Park, of course. He's riding Major Dude. I think if this horse takes to the surface, he's just way better than the rest of these. So give me Major Dude on top in this one. I'll chalk out. Give me Irad Pletcher and the good turf horse.
Follow-up question, Aaron.
Okay.
When Major Dude wins,
okay,
does he go to the Derby?
Oh, 1,000% he goes to the Derby. Yes.
Really?
Oh, Mike, you don't come here to get off the surface you like to run in a Derby prep and then win it and don't go to the Derby. I mean, give me a break.
There's 700,000 reasons you do.
Well, but there's one reason why you don't, and that's the reason that it's going to happen. So, I mean, he's going to the Derby. There's no question.
People do love them, some Derby horses. I agree with Aaron. I think Major Dude looks great here. The pace sets up perfectly for him. As Aaron mentioned, there's a ton of speed signed on. It's going to give him some pace to chase. Congruent 2 Phils, I think, are both interesting as well. But I think Major Dude showed how good he is in Florida on the turf. And then if you have Congruent come in and dominate, it just shows you how head and shoulders above those turf horses were against this field that you're going to get here. So give me Major Dude on top. Magic, I'll go to you because I know who you're going to pick, and I think it's a decent pick. So go for it.
Well, listen, I mean, I could talk about him. I could talk about all 12 of these horses. You know, we could spend all day long talking about this race. If anybody in the chat feels like we don't talk about a horse enough, just let us know down in there. I like the number 4, Fantastic. Again, we drafted him or claimed him for the Triple Crown Fantasy League. But this is a horse that I've liked actually since dating back to when he won the Leonidas Stakes, going a mile here. That was back in January, and you can wonder about the layoff. It's been 2 months, but it's kind of a screwy setup at Turfway where they have the prep for this race. The middle leg is only 3 weeks beforehand. Kind of a quick turnaround to go from the Battaglia into this race. And then if you want the Kentucky Derby to be your goal, feels like this is kind of what Wesley Ward's been working on for this horse. He broke his maiden on the dirt at Saratoga, very handily going a mile. He's got tons of distance pedigree, both on the sire side and the dam side. His sire is a half to St. Liam, who was Horse of the Year, won the Breeders' Cup Classic. His only crop, he produced Harvard Grace, who was Horse of the Year. The sire, Fantastic, and St. Liam, they're also half to Gunrunner's Dam. So there is a ton of dirt pedigree in here, a ton of distance pedigree. I think that the pace is going to work out for his favor. He's drawn inside here. Corrales is a top jockey there. He's 36% riding for Wesley Ward at Turfway Park. So I'm going to roll with Fantastic again. A ton of respect for Major Dude, but I went 4-1 with the special pick 5 ticket that we did.
I love it. All right, Papa Dude, who you got?
Oh, man, me and Magic are in sync today. I thought I was the only one that was going to have the 4. And Magic stole all my thunder. It proved all my points. The only thing I'm worried about, can he get the distance? He hasn't run this far before. So that's why I put 1 over him. So I'm going to go 1-4, and I love the 10, 2 fills. You got to put him on your ticket. He's too consistent, and he's running these big races. He won't be intimidated. He'll hit the board somewhere. So I went 1-4-10.
We will not be talking about Scooby because Scooby is scratched. The 2 and 3 both out of the race.
Oh, shit.
Aaron, if you're going to take a long shot here, who you got?
I don't think there is one, really. I think Wadsworth is probably the horse I would take coming off of 2 straight synthetic wins, but I don't think he's quite fast enough. But it is Brad Cox. It is a big day. So I do think the 11 Wadsworth, if you get 8-1, probably worth a little bit of a play. He's also one that, last time, or 2 races back, should say, came or went gate to wire last time out, came from a little bit out of it. So maybe he gets a stocking spot and maybe gets first run. But I really don't think he's as good as a Major Dude or a 2 fills who's going to get set up similar to what the 11 should get. So that's kind of what my problem there. So I guess I would take the 11. That'd be the answer to your question, but I'm not real confident in that.
If I was going to get creative, and I'm not, to be fair, in this race, I think the 1 wins. If I was going to, the 5, Maker's Candy, I think is a little bit interesting for Mike Maker. I'm a sucker for these horses named after trainers or owners that are specifically sent to them. Maker's Candy is one of those horses. If you go 2 back, when we got DQ'd out of when we broke the maiden, the horse gets a 90 buyer breaking from the 10 post going a mile at Aqueduct. That is not easy to do. If we can transition over the synthetic here, I think Maker's Candy has a little bit of a shot. I'm still going Major Dude on top, but that's the long shot I liked a little bit. Magic, since you know every horse in this field, who's your long shot here?
I was going to say Wadsworth because I know that's a horse that Vinny, when he did the preview for the site, that was his top pick as well. How about the 3? You said the 3 scratch, right? So you can't talk about the 3. Man, it gets tough after that one. The Escapologist. There you go. You got a Kenny McPeak horse that's 30-1 that tries the dirt 5 times, doesn't run a damn lick in any of those races. Put him on the turf. Suddenly he's really great. Gets the maiden broke. Now he shows up here. Turf translating over to the synthetic. You would assume it would work. I don't think the horse is going to win, but if you wanted a long shot to bomb things up, this kind of feels like the right horse. Good magic breeding. Good magic horses are popping everywhere right now on the Derby trail. So yeah, I'd go with the 9. Walking Out Thoroughbreds, that was the owner of Rattle and Roll and Smile Happy. Is that the other one?
Yep.
There you go.
Excellent work there. One more question for you, Aaron. Who won this race last year?
Tis the Bomb.
Does he finish in the top half of the field today?
I mean, he's running at Fairgrounds on, I don't even know what you want to call that course. So, I mean, no. I would say no.
No. He just keeps getting overbet everywhere. We'll see what he actually goes off.
Are we sad Rich Strike is that he got hurt and couldn't make the Turfway Cup? Remember, he's supposed to be in the Dubai World Cup, then he was supposed to be here, and now he's not here either. It kind of feels like less of a day because the Kentucky Derby winner is not running today.
I'm not
He won
sad.
the Derby? I removed that memory from my head. All right, let's go into the best bets here. Aaron, you can kick us off. Who you got?
Yeah, give me Nashville. Give me the Predators tonight to beat Seattle. They beat them 2 nights ago, 2-1. Really good game. I think the Predators are a team that they're just a little bit more hungry at the moment. They really, really need these wins. They're right there with a shot, but they got to start racking up wins. I'm not overly high on the Seattle team. I think they've been overachievers all year long. I respect them for that and for where they're at. I mean, I think they deserve a lot of credit. But I think when it gets down to the crunch time here, I just feel like a team like Nashville is going to be able to beat them here at home. But the biggest thing about it all, I thought this was the most mispriced game on the board. I don't think Nashville should be the underdog in the game. It's plus 115. I mean, if you're going to give me plus money on Nashville, I'm going to take it. So give me the Predators here. I really love Saros in goal, especially at home. So I'll take Nashville.
I agree. I was surprised. I thought this would be like minus 110, minus 115 pred. So I think there's about a 25 cent, 30 cent advantage here. So I like it. I'm going to head to the Minnesota Wild. I'm going to take their first period under. Another very good home team under. The Hawks been one of the better unders as well from a first period perspective. Went on the road. Biggest concern here is the Wild get 2 goals in the first because I don't think the Hawks are going to get one. So give me under 1.5 plus 105 for the first period. Hawks taking on the Wild. All right, Papa Dude, tell us about your parlay.
All right, I decided, and I think Magic's kind of doing the same thing, to add a little juice to Kansas State to get a little bit of the value. K-State I like tonight to win over Florida Atlantic. And so I threw in the Wild. They play the Blackhawks. They should win this game. And if I just took K-State and the points, it was like minus 110. So adding a game that should come through for us, we got it up to plus 128. So I like the Wildcats in game 1 of the doubleheader tonight, and then follow it up with a Minnesota win over the Blackhawks.
Magic.
Papa Dude's getting wild. Yeah, we're doing the same thing. Kansas State going to juice them up. I'm going to take an even bigger favor, the Toronto Raptors, which are minus 800, to beat the Detroit Pistons, who really suck. But I don't know if you guys have heard about this thing, the Dwayne Casey curse. Since he got fired by the Toronto Raptors right before they went on that championship run, facing Toronto, coming into this year, Dwayne Casey was 9-3, both against the spread and straight up against the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors beat the Pistons all 3 times previously this year. All 3 times they failed to cover the spread. So he's still 12-3 against the spread against the Toronto Raptors. So I was like, this spread right here is, I think it's 12.5 points, 13.5 points. That's too much right now. I'm going to do the easy way out. I'm going to take the Raptors here. If you want to get wild, if you want to get buck wild, take the Pistons plus 12.5 and pair them with Kansas State. That's going to get real nutty tonight.
Just getting crazy with those Pistons plus 12.5. You never know what's going to happen with this magic. All right, let's go over the best bets today. Let's get out of here. We got a busy day of both sports and horse racing. Aaron taking the Predators plus 115. Papa Dude, Kansas State and the Wild in the money line plus 128. Magic, Kansas State and the Raptors plus 107. Still surprised neither of you just laid -2 with Kansas State and brought this other.
Can I pause that for a second?
Yeah.
Because I told one person on this feed, why are you doing that? Just lay the 2. It's 2 points. You're getting minus 110 versus plus 128. What? I mean, come on. So
This looks better.
Hey, in my defense, me winning the best bet yesterday wasn't enough to carry this team. So now I'm trying to do extra work here. That's what
Absolutely.
We're all going to the plus side of it here. I'm going to take the Hawks and the Wild first period under 1.5 plus 115. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. We'll be back same time, same place tomorrow talking more college basketball and horses. Good luck with all of your bets today.